Okay, so some tips and tricks for actually writing your letter forms. So the first thing we need to do is select our pen tool here. Okay, so this pen tool is going to be what we're going to be drawing with. You're lucky if you have a Wacom pen or a pen for your iPad. You can use that, which will be much easier. But if you only have a mouse or the pad on your laptop, this is how you'll be creating your letters digitally. So with our pen tool, all we want to do is make sure where it has borders, we want to make sure this is black, and we want to make sure we have it at least 1 point. So that's the width of our line. So all you need to simply do for your starting point is click your mouse once, and you will have your starting point for your letter. When it comes to the next step, when you click for your next point, you want to hold your cursor down so you can see that the little point there is blue that I have. And then I want to hold Shift, and you can drag to the right hand side, and that way you can see I've started my curved line moving in and out there. Okay, so until I get it to the right point, then I let go. Okay, same, we just keep repeating that process. So for my type, I've got these little fins on the side here. So what I want to do, click, hold and do not let go, and then hold Shift. Okay, so as you can see, at this point in time, I've got the curved line, but I can come back and make that straight later. Okay, so if you can see, I'm aiming my anchor point, the one that I'm pulling out, inwards and outwards, to where I want my next point to go. So if I let go, and then I select my next point, hold down, hold Shift, and then pull my anchor points there. What I can do now is press Exit. If I click on this tool here and double click on my anchor point, what I can do is hold Alt or Option, and that allows me just to move this anchor point. I want this to be a nice sharp edge, so I'm holding my cursor down on my keypad, on my mouse pad. I'm also holding Alt at the same time, and we have dragged it to how I want it to look. Again, you just go back to the pen tool, click on your last point. So we might need to highlight it first, and this should let us. Now we can see this last endpoint is highlighted blue, and we can keep working. So again, clicking down, holding Shift, or if you hold Alt, you can move just one anchor point. So again, I'm going to quickly go through and create the rest of this letter, because there's another important thing that I have to show you. So I'm just doing the same thing over and over, holding down my mouse, holding Shift, and as I want to be able to see that middle section where we've got fills on the right hand side here, I want to make this, how do we turn it off? We can just put this visibility to 0. Okay, so you can click the eye on the end there, that way you can keep drawing your lines. So now I'm drawing the counter for my A, so the section in the middle there. And now I have these two lines. If I turn this bottom layer off, I can see my letter clearly. So now I have these two sections. I've got the outline and the counter in the middle there. What I want to do is go to where I see these create compound shape. So what this is going to do, it's going to cut out the center point, but make my letter one whole specific block that I can color. So what I want to go down to, if we look, what I want is the color on the outside, but this gap colored in the middle. So we click on difference, Now what that's going to do, if I take this toggle eye off, and in this fill section here, and I click color black, for example, it's going to color my whole letter, but it's going to leave out this gap here. Okay? Again, so I might zoom in a little bit here. Oh, we've lost our letter. There we go. That's all right. So, if I double click on my anchor points, again, holding Alt, I can see this one here is a bit wide, so I want to make that a bit nicer in there. And there we have it. So we have a letter completed.